Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a full face of first impressions. It's nearly a full face. There's a few things that I don't have new. But yeah, I bought a fair bit of makeup and I thought let's do a full face first impressions, or almost a full face first impressions. So first off, I'm going to start with the new Ciate Hydrating Watermelon Burst Primer. So this is what it looks like. This packaging just feels very nice, I have to say. So yeah, this has like little black beads in it by the looks of it. I don't know if they're gonna like burst or what, but we'll just have to see. Oh, that smells nice. That smells so good. I wonder, because I love the smell of watermelon. And hydrating primers are, well, I'm all about them, quite frankly, because I've got like normal to dry skin, and I need a hydrating base 9 times out of 10 when I'm doing my makeup. Oh, I forgot to say, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you enjoy, and if you want to see more of me, if you haven't subscribed already, that is. Yeah, if you're new here, I do reviews, I do project pans, I do full face first impressions, I do hauls. Just a whole bunch of makeup-y goodness. This feels really nice. And it smells so good. Like it smells so nice. This packaging, it just feels really nice. I like how it's got a pump. I think the only Ciate stuff I've tried is the Jessica Rabbit collection. And I'll see like nail varnishes in the past, but... So actually I like a fair bit of this is Ciate stuff, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, so far I really like this primer. We will see how it lasts. Oh, it's apparently pore refining too, which is definitely what I need on my nose. Let's have a look. Honestly, the nose on my pores really. The pores on my nose do look like a bit smaller. They don't look so obvious, so very nice. Oh, while we're doing my makeup though, I've also got the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. So I will pop this on to hydrate my lips because I've got a liquid lipstick, so I'm going to need some hydration. I do love a lip oil as well. That smells the same as the primer. It smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, if you've ever had them. The watermelon Jolly Ranchers are my favourite flavour actually. I brought like a big bag home with me when I went to New York when I was 17, and they're the first and only time I've ever had Jolly Ranchers, but I still remember the watermelon flavour. I need them at some point, but yeah, that's what it smells like. Okay, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I've also heard a lot about the smell, so I haven't tried it or anything, but I have had a smell of it. And it smells like the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, so I've already used a full one of them up and I know how it smells and it doesn't bother me too much, so I knew I'd be fine with this foundation. It's also got a little spatula, I like that. So I'm just going to apply this to my skin. I don't know how much to put on, quite frankly. But yeah, so I know I'm alright with the scent, but if you don't like heavily scented things, then you might not like this. So... okay, I think that should be enough, and I'm just using my Real Technique sponge. I think this is going to be full coverage. Oh, also I got the lighter shade, which is Soft Ivory. I would say this is a really good shade match for me. They didn't have like a lot of shades. I got mine from Beauty Bay, but they also do it in Boots in the UK now. It's just, I was on Beauty Bay and I was buying something else, which you'll see in a minute. And to get the cost up to £15, so I got free shipping, basically. I got this foundation. I've been wanting to try it for a while. Okay, I love how that is sitting on my skin. I absolutely, like... it looks like second skin. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I think it's probably buildable. I'd say it's medium buildable. But like on my forehead, okay, I like this foundation. I really do. I might do like a 12-hour wear test at some point. I've got another foundation that I'm going to be doing a wear test on soon. But yeah, I might do a wear test on this. I'm going to add a tiny bit more where I need a little extra coverage on my chin and like on my nose / T-zone area. On my forehead, I mean, it looks great on my forehead. It has not sunk into my lines yet. Okay, that's built on itself really nicely. On my chin, I've got like really congested pores on my chin. So that's not the foundation's fault, but it just means that it's sitting on top a little weirdly. But it doesn't look cakey. It looks just like my skin. Like, it looks like skin. It looks really nice. This foundation, I'm pretty sure it's like £6. And you get 30 mils, so that's a standard amount. But this, I'm just like, I can't get over, like, there's a little bit of, my nose has also got quite congested pores, I'm not gonna lie. Haven't looked after my skin the last couple of days, I've not felt very well. It's starting to dry down, and it looks like it's a matte foundation. Maybe like slightly satin matte. I don't know if you can see like a sheen on my cheekbone there. I'm thoroughly impressed. Okay, I haven't got a new concealer, sorry. So I'm just gonna use the Collection Lasting Perfection. I've actually only got a Collection concealer now. I've got it in 2 different shades though. Oh god, my under eyes look so purple. I want to get the, is it Maybelline? Their new concealer? I forget what it's called. There's a couple of concealers I've got my eye on. Right, I have got a new powder, so I have this Yardé Extraordinary Translucent Powder. The packaging doesn't feel as luxurious as the primer does. It feels, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's cheap, but it doesn't feel like luxurious. Need to get the plastic off, 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm just going to tip some into the lid. Okay, that should be enough. I actually have some new brushes. So these are from Wet n Wild. I got these off Beauty Bay. They were half price, so meant to be £18 for the 3, and they're like £9 odd. So you get a blush brush, a flat contour brush, and a large powder brush. So I'm going to use the powder brush. Oh, that feels soft. I haven't opened these at all yet. That feels nice and soft. Okay. Just going to pick some product up and go on my forehead and start setting this foundation, even though it's kind of already setting itself mostly. Oh, this brush is really nice. This is my usual powder brush, and this is the Weaver. Honestly, this one is so much softer. I'm not even gonna lie, like this is, oh, it just feels so nice on. Oh, this is my new favorite powder brush. I mean, it's my only, like, I only have one other one. Oh, it's so soft, and like it's like movable. Like I don't know, this Weaver one's a bit stiffer. Like it's very dense. Like it's like it doesn't have any bounce to it. This one has a lot more bounce. Yeah, that powder's nice. It's not. It's like blurred my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It's very lightweight, just like it says. It says it's lightweight and soft focus finish and blendable. I have to agree with that. Let's see how my makeup looks when I've finished doing like my face powders. Like, if that makes sense. Does it? I don't know. Okay, so for bronzer, I have the Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in Holiday Romance. So I will get my bronzer brush. This is the lightest shade. There's 3 shades. So like a shade for light skin, a shade for medium skin, a shade for darker skin. And I'm going to bronze my face. I'm going to bronze kind of high up because I think the highlight I've got might be too dark for me, but I'm not sure. This bronzer's got a little bit of a sheen to it as well, because all my other bronzers are matte, so I really wanted a nice sheeny, glowy bronzer. Oh, I like the finish of that bronzer. I think it's just, I need to like blend it more. I think I've applied it a little bit too much on this side, so it's not blending as well. But this is only £3, and it's got a really nice finish. I don't think you can go wrong with it, to be honest. I think I just went a bit too heavy-handed on this side. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Wet n Wild blush brush. This looks very different to my blush brush that I use at the minute. It looks a lot more dense. Oh, it's still got a nice bounce to it. I'd say this one's a slight bit softer, but it's a bit more dense, and the shape on the top is different. This is a bit flatter, this is a lot more domed. But I am going to be using the Benefit Dandelion blush from the Mini Cheek Leaders palette. This is not new. I don't know if I already said that. Oh, it looks so cute on here. Look how nice and pink it looks on this brush. Yeah, I take my blush higher up. I find it's just the most flattering on my face shape. Kind of elongates my face, pulls everything upwards. If you're fair skinned, I have to say, I highly rate the Dandelion blush from Benefit. It's so flattering, especially if you're like a typical English rose kind of colour like I am. It's just really pretty. I love it. Oh, and this, I like this brush, because it's not like too big for my face. So I've got quite a small face. It just kind of puts the blush where I want it to go, and it doesn't seem to overload. Okay, so for this brush set, I do think this powder brush and the blush brush are my two new favourite brushes. I really like them. Very nice. Very nice. So for highlighter, I have this Ciate Glow 2 highlighter. This is a mini, and it's in the shade Moon Dust. I think this looks like it's going to be a bit too dark for me, but it looks really pretty. And if it is, I mean, it's a mini, I could use it as like an eyeshadow, or if I ever get a tan, it'll work then. But I like how it just has its own little case. Like, you can't just store it like this, you know? And it tells you the shade on the bottom. You don't need to keep this. I have got a Ciate highlighter. I have the Jessica Rabbit highlighter, and I love that. That's such a pretty colour, and it does work for me. But I'm going to pick it up on my Zoeva Luxe Face Focus. It's the 114 brush. I feel like I've got a little bit too much there. Okay, and I'm just going to start swiping on my face. On my cheekbones, not my face specifically. Oh, that is such a pretty colour. It is most definitely too dark. I can see that it's got like... Well, I think I can pass if I don't put too much on. I think I can pass for it. But it has... Or if I put my bronzer higher up. Oh, but it's so pretty. I don't know if this is the lightest shade. If there is a lighter shade, I think I need to get it, because look how gorgeous that is. It looks wet. It's not like overly glittery. There is like some glitter, but it just makes it look like wet. If I just look in my mirror, I mean, on my mirror, and like from like the natural light, yeah, I think it has got a bit of a dark cast on it. I'm not going anywhere today, so that doesn't matter to me. But it's so pretty. I just need to be tanned now so I can wear this all the time. I'm hoping this is not the lightest shade, because it's way too dark to be the lightest shade. But that is really pretty. I mean, I was expecting to like this because, like I said, I like my Roger, is it Roger Darling or something like that? The Jessica Rabbit highlighter. I absolutely love. So I was expecting to like this, because I was like, the formula is probably going to be the same. I'm going to have a look right now. Is there a lighter shade? Okay, it looks like there is a lighter colour called Starburst, which might work for me. Oh, there's one called Solstice that looks really pretty, which is like a purple pink. I have a feeling Solstice is going to be the best shade for my skin tone, but it is like purple pink, so it's not the kind I wear every day, but it looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to need... They're £26, but like, I'm going to need both of them, you know? Because... Oh, that's really pretty. I love that. Okay, I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows off camera, because I haven't got anything new for my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a new eyeshadow palette. This is the Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. The first product I've ever owned from Colourpop, and yes, I paid £10 shipping for this. Thank you. And £4 like taxes for customs. So I've already primed my eyelids and set with the shade Catch Me, which is just like a, I don't know, like peachy base shade. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to order more Colourpop stuff because look how pretty this is. So the shade Side to Side is actually a pressed Super Shock shadow. So if I like this, I think I'm gonna have to like save some money and do like a big Colourpop haul. What do we think about that? I think it might be necessary. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Zoeva Crease brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in to shade Meadow, which is this like peachy pink here, and I'm gonna pop this in the crease. Oh, that colour's pretty. That looks so nice, and it's like blending out really, it's like not like floofing out too far, but it's like blending in really nicely. Not patchy, the colour is beautiful. Okay, so on the outer corner I'm going to go with this like mid-tone brown called West Side. Yeah. And I'm going to pop this on the outer corners. I don't know if I just said on the outs, I don't know. I'm putting that on the outer corners. I'm just going mental, don't mind me. See, that colour's blending out so nice as well. It's a really nice colour. I just love the colour story of this palette. It's just so pretty and feminine and like everything I'm about really. Okay, so on my lid I'm going to take this shade here called Garden Date. I'm going to take on like a flat shading brush. Oh, that colour's so pretty. It's like a gorgeous coral pink with a gold shift, and that's like my kind of colour. I'm just doing a simple eye look. I just want to test what the formula's like. There is also 2 pressed glitters in here. But I don't think I'm going to be testing them out today. That colour's so pretty. Oh, I love this palette. I love it. I need more. Okay, I'm going to take this really like the darkest brown here called Feel Free. Just to put right on the outer corner, just to be, you know, add a little bit more depth there. Thank you, phone. I'm going to use the Super Shock shade Side to Side on like a little fluffy brush here for the inner corner, because I've heard such good things about the Super Shock shadows, so I really just want to try it out myself. I don't know if this brush is the best one to go for. This one looks like it's really glittery, and I know some are more glittery than others, but there isn't really another inner corner shade in the palette. I'm also going to pop it a little bit on my brow bone. Why not add some glitter? It kind of looks more like I've just put glitter on my inner corners, like a little bit of glitter, but I'm kind of here for it, you know? Okay, on the bottom lash line, I'm just going to take West Side on like the flat shader brush that I've like cleaned off, just to kind of add some definition down there, but I'm not doing too much. Actually, to tie it, I'm going to add a little bit of Meadow, that first shade I used just over the top, just to make it a little bit more like peachy pink toned. Well, it's safe to say I love this palette. The colour story is right up my alley, and I think it's really pretty, and the shades have just blended together so nicely. So I need to buy more Colourpop stuff. I'm dying to get both the Disney collections, quite honestly, but I'm broke. It's very difficult. I'm just going to have to save, but I have no willpower. Okay, usually I don't use eyeliner that often, but to be fair, I haven't had an eyeliner for the last like month or two, maybe longer. So this is the Ciate Fierce Flicks liner. So I'm going to give this a try. I just needed an eyeliner anyway, so I'll be interested to see what this one's like. My eyelash was like half out there. Let me just get rid of that. I can't talk while doing eyeliner, just so you know, so I'm just going to go quiet for a minute. I can't get over this shimmery shade, it's gorgeous, I'm sorry, just anyway. quite heavy actually. Yeah, it feels like it's good quality. And it's a felt tip if you didn't know. That was really easy to draw a really thin, precise line. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'm just doing a little wing because I'm kind of dabbling back into using wings after not wearing eyeliner. Wearing rings after not wearing eyeliner for like ages. Okay, I made a slight oopsie. So the middle of this eye is slightly thicker than this one, but it's not too noticeable. I'm not going out. I'm not going to fix it. And the wings are on different angles, so I'm not going to do too much to fix that either. Yeah, that's better. Okay, what I really like about this eyeliner is the actual very end of the tip is quite, not stiff, it's just not soft and flimsy. What I find very difficult about a lot of liners, like when they're felt tips, is the very end of it is really flimsy. So when you're using that end, which is what you want to use when you want to get like a really thin line at the end, if they're really flimsy, you're just going to kind of accidentally make a mistake, make it a lot thicker than you want it. Whereas this, you had a lot of control, and I really liked that. And it's not like the most black. It's not like Kat Von D Tattoo Liner black, but it is still like really nice. It's not too black, but it's not opaque. Like it's opaque, but it's not like the blackest of black. I'd like to see how it wears, but right now I'm really happy with it. It feels really nice, and like I say, it's done something that I haven't seen a lot of eyeliners do, where the very end of the like tip is not really flimsy, so you have a lot of control and precision with it, which I really like. Okay, so I have the Ciate Wonder Wand mascara here. What I'm going to do is curl one side and not curl the other, and we're just going to see what it's like and see what kind of difference it can make. I do usually curl my lashes, hence why I'm going to curl one eye, but I'd like to see, because I just have kind of pathetic lashes when they're not straightforward. That's the thing, I have quite good lashes, but for some reason they just, unless you curl them, they look really pathetic. But they're quite long and they have got a curl and they're not straight across. It's just, I don't know. Right, anyway. Okay. I've got quite a big wand. It's not like too big. I say it's a little bit smaller than the Better Than Sex. It's a similar shape because it kind of does that, if you know what I mean. You're about to turn off. I'm just going to wait a minute. Okay. Right, so let's go on with the curled side first. Yeah, it's a very big wand, like the Better Than Sex. I wouldn't say it's quite as thick, but it's a very big wand. Okay, so this set of lashes were curled and this set weren't. So overall, I would say there's not a huge amount of difference between the two. This one's just like slightly more fluttery. It's a wetter formula, which means you have longer to use the mascara. I mean, they say to use mascara only for like, is it what, 3 months? Frankly, you've got more mascara in a tube than 3 months use. So unless you're just always going to buy minis, which not a lot of drugstore brands do minis. If you like drugstore, like it's mostly just high-end brands that do minis. If you're only gonna use mascara for 3 months, you might as well get minis rather than full size. But because it's a wetter formula, it's gonna last longer than a drier formula before drying out and not being usable. But I am quite happy with that. I'd say that I've used better mascaras, but I've also used worse, so it's not bad. It does its job. Okay, the last product is the Rimmel Stay Satin Liquid Lip Colour in It Girl. So, I've never tried a Rimmel liquid lip before. It's got quite a small little doe foot, so if you've got little lips like me, it's good. Oh, it smells nice. Oh, I've just got mascara on my bottom, on my skin, on my bum. No, I didn't get mascara on my bum, just on my under eye. Yeah, it smells really nice. It smells a little bit like, as if like a floral candle has just been blown out. It's got like a little bit of smokiness, like when you've just blown a candle out, but it smells like as if it's been specifically a floral candle that's just been blown out. I don't know, it's nice. Okay, I'm just going to give this a second to dry down and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is nearly dry now. It feels, sorry, I'm have to like move, like I'm sat cross-legged and one leg is falling asleep. First off, I really like the colour. Second off, it feels really comfortable. It's not sticky, it's not like, I mean it's a liquid lipstick, it shouldn't be sticky. I'd like to see how it wears. This is not like a full wear test video, it's already 4:15. And I have another video to film, I have the dog to walk. And then, frankly, I don't want to be in this makeup still by tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to give like a quick roundup of the product. So, this primer I really like, especially since I used quite a matte foundation. I didn't realise it was matte, I couldn't remember. Now I remember hearing that it is a matte foundation. So I'm glad I used this. It smells heavenly, and I think it did a good job, all things considered, how my skin was at the beginning of the day. It wasn't the most hydrated it could have been. So I think this did a really good job. The Wet n Wild foundation, I really like. It is not sunk in to any lines. It has like slightly on this like smile line, but on my forehead lines, where usually foundation always sinks in within about 2 seconds of use, it hasn't done that, so I would say I'm really happy. I think the finish is really nice, and also it's not cakey in the slightest, it just looks like skin, so I really like this foundation. The lip oil was also really nice. My lips don't feel dry in the slightest right now, and I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, so yeah, and it smells gorgeous. Okay, the bronzer, despite being too heavy-handed on this side, I really like the general like sheen it has on my forehead and on my cheek. I think though it would be a bit more suited to a non-matte foundation, because if like this part of my forehead's matte and this part isn't, doesn't quite work. So maybe this with a different foundation I would prefer, but it's very nice. The brushes, absolutely love the powder brush and the blush brush. The contour brush I think again would be really good if you've got a cream contour product, but I don't at the minute, so I wouldn't get too much use out of it, but considering I spent £9 on this, I'm fairly happy. Okay, the Extraordinary Translucent Powder, again, really like this. It's not cakey, it feels very light, but it's really like set my skin nicely. It like my skin doesn't feel cakey, but it doesn't feel like I've just patted my face and nothing has come off on my hand at all, and I can rarely say that. No matter how much I powder, the powder I'm using at the minute, that's not the case with, so I can tell I'm gonna really like this. And my under eyes actually have not creased, and usually my under eyes do crease no matter what I do, and I didn't have to put too much of this on, so this might be my new favourite loose powder, I'm not gonna lie. The highlighter I really like, it's so pretty, it's just a shame it's a bit too dark for me. I think I can kind of get away with it. I'm gonna have a look in post when I edit this video, and I'll leave like a little note on here right now if I think it looks alright on camera. In real life I think I can just about get away with it, but it's so pretty. The eyeshadow palette I am obsessed with. I think this shade, Garden Date up here, the shimmery shade on my entire lid, is, I keep thinking there's a mirror in here, there's not, is really pretty. The mattes blended out so nicely, like seamlessly, and they're really nice and pigmented, and they blend together really nice. There's no patchiness, it's just beautiful quality. This palette is, I think this palette is $18, but I got it for $12 because it was like on sale or something. It's good value, it's really good value for money. I really like it. The eyeliner, have not seen a drugstore eyeliner that isn't like kind of flimsy in the tip. You get a lot of control with this eyeliner, and I really like that, so I do like this product. The mascara is probably my least favourite thing out of this video, because I just think it's not like amazing. It's not the best mascara. Who's going? There's someone going past. My dog's barking. It's not the best mascara I've ever used. It's not the worst. I think it's kind of average, to be completely honest. But I'd like to see how it wears. I think it's not bad at all. But again, I've seen mascaras that I prefer, but I do like it. And the Rimmel liquid lipstick. I've never tried a Rimmel liquid lipstick before, but I do love the Rimmel lipsticks, so I'm not surprised that I like this. The colour is really flattering. It went on really nice, and it's kind of like, did it say? Oh yeah, it says Stay Satin, so it's a satin matte liquid lipstick, so that means it's not gonna completely dry down, and there will be some transfer, but it does mean it's a lot more comfortable. of a finish for a matte lipstick. Well, for liquid lipstick, it's not going to be drying, which I really like because liquid lipsticks usually are very drying on me, but it's not like sticky at the same time. So yeah, I really like this. Okay, I think this has been a very successful video. I have liked every single product I used, and I'm very happy about that because I spent good money on these products. I do want to like them. So yeah, let me know what you thought down below. If you have any products you'd like me to try, let me know what they are in the comments down below as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!